Hello, good evening, everyone. Welcome to your Friday night tune-up.
Ooh.
I'm your co-creator, Hillis Pugh, along with.
Rebecca, Gregory here. Welcome everyone to this Friday night tune up here on what is today's date? I don't even know. What day is it? I
Today
didn't even know it was
is
Friday today.
the first Friday of November, which is for November 4th. How about
And
that?
how cool is that? As we're
Exactly.
moving into the deep darkness of ourselves.
Yeah, well, wait, aren't we almost done with? And now all of a sudden something's in my eye and I cannot get it out of my eye. Aren't we in the second part of eclipse season? Isn't like the second eclipse coming up like in a couple
I
of days?
think so. I haven't really been following it. I just got back from the mountains, so I'm still kind of like regrouping today. So I
When
haven't.
are you not in the mountains?
I know. I want to be there, but not quite
You
yet.
need to go to Mountains Anonymous
I do. I do. I love it there. I'm so
or
alive there.
Nature's Anonymous. No, no, we all need to be in nature. So yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And I want to say good evening to everyone joining us here on this Friday night. Yeah. So Hillis,
Yes.
what's shaking bacon?
Other than this thing that just flew in my eye,
Was it a bee?
I don't know. Maybe a dust particle flew in my eye, but this is wow. But it's a lot actually going on in my world, and so if you guys have been following, have been watching us for the past few weeks, as you know, I've been talking about me on this personal medicine journey, this personal plant medicine journey that I've been doing. It's been 3 weeks since I've been doing this. It would be actually 3 weeks tomorrow, I believe. Yeah, 3 weeks tomorrow. And what's interesting is about this is, as I do this diet or diet, as some would say in English, uh, there are a lot of restrictions and a lot of limitations on what this is. I'm not going to get into detail, but what I've noticed is that in this process of limiting my diet, cutting out sugars and certain other foods, that there's been this energetic shift, more in tuned and really understanding who I am and who I am becoming. And the first few weeks, I tell you, there was a lot of internal fighting going on. There was a lot of internal energies and really understanding, who I am. Is it the ego? Is it the soul? Is it the medicine? Is it this? Is it that? So it's like all these questions. And so when on this journey, when you're on any journey, it's always appropriate to ask the right questions. And so yesterday was the first day that I really noticed a really big shift, that I noticed my eyes and how healthy my eyes looked and how clear everything was becoming. And it felt, and yes, that really felt like I was more centered, more in alignment with who I am and what I'm doing and the purpose of all of this. Because the first few weeks, I was so moody. I mean, like mood swings would come out of nowhere. Like I would just be tired and sleepy and mopey and just angry and mad and all these things. Just really, like I was, and I hope I don't offend anyone when I say this, but almost like menopausal. That's the closest thing I could think of because I think of my mom and my aunt and how they were just like out of nowhere, just like what. And so that was me.
Damn. I'm doing pretty good through that, huh? I'm
Yeah,
sorry
you
to
are.
interrupt you, but
Yeah, you are. I mean, no, seriously, the past 3 weeks, I mean, my roommate would tell you, it's like, who are you today? Like, who are you? Like, what's happening? And but yesterday was the first day that I really felt like I was really grounded and centered in what the medicine is teaching me and showing me and having a relationship with this. And it is in saying that whatever path you are on, you have to honor that. And so, yeah, there's going to be some internal fighting, some internal this, some internal that. And I always tell people, people always look at me, it's like, oh, Hillis, you have it all together and you're this amazing soul and this. And I'm like, yes, thank you. However, I am a student, teacher, master like everyone else out here. It's just I'm sometimes allowing myself to really be in that space, to really understand the energy, really understand the medicines. And and was it 2 weeks ago? Yeah, it was 2 weeks ago. I really had a breakdown, and I called Rebecca.
Which one?
The Saturday with
Oh, yes.
yeah. So Rebecca can attest to the internal moodiness and shifts and the agreements and everything that I really allowed myself to feel. Because if anyone is going to do the work that we do, Rebecca and I, we have to allow ourselves to be in the medicines, to be in the energy, to really step into what's available for us. Because if we don't understand what's available for us, then how can we allow ourselves to be available to others and show them the way, show them the path, and open up new energy? So, what I'm doing is for myself personally, but it's also for the rest of the planet.
Oh, exactly. And thank you for sharing that. You've been on quite a journey, and I've been watching you. It's been very interesting. Like last week on the show, you were little in your moody. It was funny. It was just interesting watching each week. I'm like, he was a little pain in the ass tonight, but I love you anyway, so I just let you be you because I know what you're going through. But you know, that's part of it. Just like letting people be. I say this all the time right now. Let people be where they are because people are all over the place right now. And I think we were saying right before this, though, but it's also right now, it's before the show, we were talking about relationships and we
Oh
were
yeah.
talking about friendships and we were talking about people in your world and these things. And, one thing that I've really tapped into lately, and I guess been navigating and going through a lot lately, is really looking at relationships. And also that right now it's so important to be in relationships that are giving and receiving. And
Oh
it
yeah.
has to be a balance. I mean, sometimes you might go off where it's not completely in balance, but all in all, balancing out, that's so important right now. And really questioning those relationships that are not that way,
Oh
because those
yeah.
are the ones that, you might need to redirect or refocus around on what you're putting into it. Because right now we need to really be in us. And in saying that, Hillis, I want to say I love what you brought up about the medicine journey. So you've been on this journey with the medicine last 3 weeks, and I've kind of been on another kind of journey, just in nature, going to the mountains, kind of in a different, same kind of journey, going through the same things, asking the same questions, just in different ways. So this is so
Yeah.
beautiful. Like you've been using plant, and I've just been doing whatever I do. But in
Yeah,
saying,
but I want to
huh? Go ahead. I'm
no, but I
sorry.
want to say, because what you said is something very important, and I feel that it should be talked about, is in that relationship, because sometimes we want to hold on to relationships, and not just with people, but with
Yeah.
inanimate objects, with pets,
Mhm.
with whatever. We want to hold on to these things because there's a internal space for them. And one of the things that I've been learning to do, because especially the past 2 days of this 3 week journey, is understanding how to discern and detach. And I think that's really important now as we're moving through these great energetic
Mhm.
shifts of really understanding, what's important is, in how we communicate and how we understand one another and how we value one another, how we appreciate one another. And sometimes that value is depreciated. And in that sense, we have to step into discerning what is truly there. And sometimes in discerning that, we have to sit with something, and it may be more than just a day or more than 2 days. We have to sit with something so we can be absolutely clear in what it is that we are wanting for ourselves. And sometimes in that, we have to step into the energy of detachment to attach to something else or come into alignment with something else that is better for us.
Exactly. Exactly. And we also talked about tonight the 4 agreements, which won't bring them all, but I'm going to bring two of them up. Remember, don't make assumptions and don't take things personally. So there's a few of the Toltec teachings that we really need to work on. And I love the Toltec teachings because they're just so like, they're just one of those teachings that is just so always, you're always learning from. So I
Yeah.
just wanted to say that. And I wanted to share as well, because this, I was back up in the mountains, and I love when I go to the mountains because for me it just brings me alive and I get so much clarity. For me, I just feel the plants and the energies and talk to them. And I was walking through one morning, and I was gifted a walking stick from a tree. It was really cool. But anyhow, and I was just walking on. I was feeling, moving into where we're going now and what's going on, like a question to look at things. Well, the big saying all the time is this serving you? And we were talking about this earlier,
Mhm.
Hillis. Is this serving me? And and I'm walking along thinking about this is this whole concept about serving, and it just came to me. It's like no, it's like we need to step into what makes us feel home within us. So,
Yes.
example, I feel home when. So, for me personally, this all came to me. I felt home when I was walking through the woods in my welly boots with a stick in my hand, a raincoat on, and just mucking through the woods. And that to me felt like home. Like I was just infused in the nature, just totally at peace, totally aligned, and totally in balance within me. And I'm like, this makes me feel home.
Yeah.
So, Cosmic Explorers, what makes you feel home? And
Yes.
what doesn't make you feel home? And the things that don't make you feel home, it's really time to look at and redirect in a different way so you can bring yourself home.
Yeah. I mean, and home doesn't necessarily have to be in the mountains or the woods. Home,
No,
home could be a nice cozy blanket. Come on.
or a chocolate chip cookie.
Oh my God, I haven't had chocolate chip cookies in like 3 weeks.
I know I was being a little bratster there.
Can you imagine what it's like not to have cookies for 3 weeks? No sweets. I mean, I have fruit, I have dates. Dates are like my thing now. But to have none of that processed sugar.
So
I
you can have
mean,
cookies without made from dates and things like that.
I have a conversation with the medicine. Yeah, I have kind of say, is it okay if I have this? And it's like, yes.
Okay.
And so, and this is goes back to the whole relationship thing. And I wish I could see who Facebook user is. So Facebook user, please tell us who you are.
I think I know
Um,
who it is. I'm going to see.
okay. Um, but it goes back to having that relationship again. It's all about the importance of having that relationship because, like when you go up to the mountains and you hike and everything, you have a relationship with that space, with nature. You speak, you commune with that space and have understanding and respect for it. And with me, with the medicine, I have a respect and reverence for it because it's a great teacher. Because,
Mhm.
one thing I want people to understand, just because, I'm talking about plant medicine, and any medicine, especially in medicine from nature, they're all teachers. I mean, they teach them one way or another, but the one that I am with now is a master teacher. Is that a thing? A master teacher, master plant teacher, plant something.
Yeah.
But yeah, and so it
We have
goes to
master
that
teacher
space.
oils.
There you go. Well, I'm a master student teacher because I'm still learning and I'm teaching, so I
Yes.
guess so.
We're just all on this
um,
journey together.
yes, exactly. And so what's really important, I guess, that I want us to really come together and sew this all up is for people. It doesn't matter what your belief is, doesn't matter how you move through this, doesn't matter the path you're on. There's always something there, because it's in the space of really stepping into and allowing who you truly are and what it is for you. I mean, in home could be you in some other dimensional space and bringing that back down into your body. Home could be sitting in front of your altar. Home could be in your swimming pool or swimming out in the ocean or lake. Home could be in many of things. So just
Exactly.
really feel into what is best for you. And only you know that. No one else can tell you differently.
So home is basically when you feel alive inside of yourself.
Yes.
Whatever that is for you. Whatever that is for you. It could be just sitting in a room or sitting outside. It doesn't you don't have to be doing it's what makes you feel good inside yourself.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
that's where you stem from. And that goes, and use that energy. So talk about energy and creating and manifesting all that. That space of home, that
Mhm.
joy, that love in the heart, that is your guide to create your world.
Yes. 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 Yes.
So
Yes.
when you follow that space, that's when things you start to go in the flow and things start to unfold and things start to open for you and shift for you and your world starts to expand because you're allowing the truth as your guide.
Indeed. 100,000%. And so I want to share with people because I know we talked about this earlier. And so we're going to start doing some different things on the show. And so with that, we would like to have your participation. And the best
Yes.
way to do that is to email us at cosmicinsightradio@gmail.com. The email's in the description below. And what we want to know is what's important to you? Like what matters to you the most? And in saying that, email us, and so that way we will do topics based on this. And how do you feel you, and what would you like to know about? Like what things do you wish to have service to, more information about, and connecting and communing, not just with nature, but with yourself? Because, as we move into these new beautiful spaces that are unfolding, it is then time for us to really step into connecting to, I don't want to say ancient ways, but that's the only thing I could think of right now, but stepping more into the aliveness of what's emerging.
And the simplicity, like
Yeah,
stepping into the simpleness of life, getting back to the core roots of who we are. And when we say that, we talk a lot about energy and stuff, but we like to bring things shows about, maybe planting things or, anything out there that you might be interested in, because we have this platform for everyone out there just to share information from what we receive and other things, connecting. So anything out there we like to give to you. So please let us know like what you want to hear from us, or we could just babble on always like this. So
exactly.
your
So,
choice.
right. So, Facebook user, email us at cosmicinsightradio@gmail.com. So, email us, let's connect, let's talk.
You want me to type that in?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, I'll try to type. I'm cosmic.
Insight Radio
I hope I'm spelling right. Radio at Gmail.
at gmail.com. And it's also in the description of the show. We look forward to
Hit it.
really understanding, and there it is right there. Really
Yeah.
look forward to helping you guys connect and know and really step into the beingness, the trueness of who you are.
And also, too, if you have an amazing story of something you've gone through that you like to share, or anything, please just let us know. We'd love to bring you on the show because me, especially, I'm all about bringing people on, to help them explore and expand into them. So
Yes,
that's like huge
yes,
for me.
yes,
I
yes.
love to do that. So if you're looking to get out in the world and step forward and like to come on the show just to express yourself, connect to us. We'll bring you on.
I don't know what that face was about. It was,
What face? I wasn't paying attention to you.
I
Oh.
know. Um, and so, with that being said, um, to
And also, Hillis, make sure you like, subscribe, and click the little bell.
yes, you're so good at that. I always forget about that.
I remember every once in a while.
But with that being said, do we have a story time tonight on it, or do we have a story time?
I don't know. I did draw some cards, but I did want to say one more thing before we do that.
Yes.
Yes. So, do you have my website typed in somewhere?
Yes, your website is actually in the show description.
Okay,
Rebecca
in the show
Gregory.
description. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. So, I'm doing something new. So I'm going to start doing every month, on a Wednesday, and I'll put it. I'll get more. I just decided to do this today, so this is just on the fly thing. Because if you've watched me long enough, you know I'm pretty much on the fly. So I'm going to start every Wednesday,
Like a
every
fly on
month.
the wall.
What? I am a fly on the wall. Oh my gosh, I love flies. But anyhow, I'm going to start doing every month on the each Wednesday the same meditation or the same experience, for like a month, and then I'll do a different one the next month. So this one I'm going to start with, kind of like an exploration through the past, present, and future kind of thing, and moving into different levels. So you could sign up on my website. I have to get it up, but you can
Which
just
is
email me.
RebeccaGregory.com.
What?
Isn't that
Rebecca
your
Gregory.
website?
Oh, is that it? Yeah, RebeccaGregory.com.
RebeccaGregory.com. So as you see her name, it's RebeccaGregory.com. It's her website. Go there.
Okay.
Sign up.
Well, anyhow, I just wanted to announce it tonight. I'll get everything together and on the Facebook and all that tomorrow, because it just came to me today. So if you like to join that, and then as usual, any work that I do is always a heart abundance exchange. So you can just gift whatever you feel in your heart. And but I'm going to start doing this because I really feel that people need to. Yeah, I just feel it's required now. So that's what I'm doing.
Yes, 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 and yes.
And I just wanted to
Um,
throw that out before I forgot about it.
Thank you. I'm glad because you have to let people know what you do.
I know, but I don't. So I'm saying get together tomorrow. I'm writing myself a note so I know to put that all together tomorrow.
And with that being said, is it time?
For
Is it
story time?
time?
Or do you want to draw some cards tonight?
Hey,
What?
my thing disappeared. Oh, that's right, because we're not calling it story time anymore. Duh.
Expression. Expansion time.
Ah!
Mm,
See, this is what happens when you are 3 weeks in and you kind of like forget stuff. Because I've been very forgetful too the past 3 weeks.
I'm always that way. So
So, expansion time is brought to you by
expansion.
the Miss Rebecca Gregory.
Okay, we're gonna do a short one tonight. Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, I mean, we can, it's whatever is needed for you
I'm
to.
trying. Well, hold on. I gotta do one more.
Are you feeling one more as I wave my magical
Oh
wand?
shoot! Oh shit! It's on the other side of the room. Hold on. I'll be back. Mm.
And she's back. Ding.
Oh, so I have a question. Is
Yes.
my voice okay now?
Yes, your voice is fine.
What's that? Is that new?
No, this is my magic wand with an Andara and Lemoyne crystal.
Oh.
I know a client friend sent this to me.
Mm,
Isn't it just the magical list thing ever? And so I wanted to be a part of today. And so it is a part of the show and the energy.
thank you. Hmm, okay. Oh, I got. Can you hear me okay? Because I have the cards on my laptop, and then doesn't it mess it up?
I can hear you fine.
Okay, so it's not working tonight. Okay, I think I'm good. Whew, okay, I got a piece of hair that's going to drive me crazy. Okay, everyone, let's just take a deep breath in. We're just going to do a short story tonight because the energies are really like I felt before I got on here. The energies are really intense right now as we move into this new part of us as we're moving in going inside. And just remember, this time of year is that time to open up, to go into the start to begin to go into the darkness, to plant the new seed that we're going to start to grow. So just take a deep breath in real quick. Allow yourself to relax. And talking about that new seed, the little chapter of our expansion time this evening is all called the new chapter, because that's where everybody is in this place and time, is in a new chapter of them. And the old chapter is wrapping up, whatever way, place, or shape that it's supposed to. There could be things lingering right now, but that's okay. Just allow those dreams to begin to open up as you expand out into you to begin to plant the seed into this new chapter. And just remember, as you start a new chapter of you, there's still some oldness that might still need to be cut and drift away. But that's okay. Because now we are moving, we are opening up to the dreams of who we are, in knowing that there's a feast of plenty for everyone, and the choices that we make are the choices that we choose for going forward into this new energy, into this new place of who we are. And we must, in this time, in this energy, and in this way of becoming who we're becoming, to take 100% responsibility for who we are and the actions that we place forward into this world, into our beingness, into our openness, and into our movement through this creative world that we're creating. To stand in this moment in time into the strength of who we are, in knowing that we have the courage to create this new world, that what was in the past is in the past, and just remember it is the past. To cut the cords, it is time to birth anew. And as we repeat ourselves, it is time to birth anew. For the old is trickling away. It no longer matters. It is no longer part of us. It's no longer part of our DNA, our structure of who we are, because we are in a new birth as individuals and as humanity. And remember that as you move forward, knowing that you have the strength and the courage to do that, to open up and create that tree of abundance that you have been waiting for and dreaming of, to step into those dreams of you. Be committed to your path on where you're going, and don't allow other things to distract you. Really go into the friendship of yourself and others, and that self love of who you are, to open up to the integrity, to stand strong in who you are in this moment, in this time, and not allow others to knock you over anymore. For you are the true power of who you are, and the energy of who you are, and the creation of who you are, and the opening of who you are, and the expansion of who you are, and in the new chapter of you that you are creating first for yourself, to help assist the opening and the expansion of humanity. Thank you.
That was so beautiful. That was so
And that would
wonderful.
be expansion time for this evening.
That
And woo!
was beautiful. Thank you so much for that.
Oh, thank you. Oh, good Lord. Okay, they're flying everywhere.
And as we move from expansion time to what y'all came here for, because it wouldn't be Friday night without what? Tune up.
Food up. What
You
was
know,
that? I was
we should
thinking
have
of Chia
somebody
Pet.
do it,
I was
huh?
thinking of the Chia Pet commercial. Can I say Chia Pet on YouTube? I don't know. Remember Chia?
Yeah.
I don't know that. Never mind. I never. I
Somebody
went off.
should
You know,
do
we're
like
talking
a
about seeds. My head goes. What?
yeah. Somebody should do like a little jingle for us for tune up. Like it's time for the tune up.
Ah, great one.
I don't know. It's this is why we do what we do. And so if you guys feel so inclined to help us keep the show going, to help everything moving, click on the link below in the description to donate to us, because every little bit helps for us to keep the show moving, to keep it going, because we do this from the love and joy and kindness of our hearts and who we are. And we value your time just as we value our time, just as we value yours. So,
Exactly.
great and wonderful heart exchange would be very much appreciated as we move into the tune-up, which will be presented by moi this evening. I don't know what I'm doing
And
tonight, though.
we'll do what you're going to do. And I feel I need to do a little bit of sound either at the beginning or the end. So you choose.
So yeah, we could just be on the flow as we always are.
Okay.
Which is how our union started.
Exactly. You never know what you're going to get.
This is live, and that's why I love live shows, because you like, oh, what just happened? Oh well, it's already been
And
recorded and
guys, every week we do this show, and we really don't. We do not plan a thing. We just get on here, and we just allow flow what needs to go out there.
and yeah, so it, you
What?
know, Nothing. I'm just listening to what you're saying and feeling into this, and I have my book of my light language here. And so there's something very special amidst. And so as we allow ourselves to step into the beautiful energies, as I connect to all who are present in this space, watching in this eternal now, connecting to the creator spirit, the first father, and the earth energy, the first mother, connecting to those who wish for their hearts to sing, who are wanting for their desires to be felt, who wants to be free, who desires freedom from the old ways, allowing this new seed to take life, to be nurtured, to be given all that is being asked us for as we are the seeds of life, the formation of life, as we are all from the first mother and first father, connecting, unifying, like little mycelium, like cells in the body, communicating, nurturing, being whole. As I ask for this creator energy to come forth and be transmitted to each of you, to feel your bodies, to connect to your soul, for you to feel this beautiful gold energy encompass you, to hold you, to nurture you, to love you, as we simply allow for this beautiful expansion of energy, this crystallized energy, this crystalline energy, to allow for this beingness to be, to come into full existence as we look into the internal space, having the internal space be opened. And as the internal space is opened, we now have to allow for the external energy to match the frequency that it lives within. The energy that is within us is now being seen outside of us. And as these energies connect and unify, creating a sense of wholeness, creating the unified balance within and balance without, allowing all energies to be harmonized within your being, within your field, as you give direction and credence for this energy, as you allow for this energy to mesh, take root, as it is nurtured because of you. And if it is not nurtured, then it will die and wither. Yet it will come back again in another way, in another form, and to remind you to take care of this energy, to take care of this seed, to take care of this life, to take care of you. And in that energy, you are always reminded of the first mother and the first father, who are always ever present in all there is. Aho Mataki
Mm.
So everyone, stay hydrated, rest when you need, and if you have found this tune-up of value, we ask kindly for you to open your hearts and let your heart sing, and help us keep the show running by clicking on the link in the description and sending us a donation, as we are of service to you. And remember to tune in every week,
Every week.
because you never know what's going to happen live.
You never know. You never know. And we're starting to get a little more guests on every once in a while. So you're dropping those on Thursday, right, Hillis?
Yes, and
So,
be sure to watch. If you didn't watch it yesterday, watch the episode from yesterday with Sid McNary, the
yes,
modern monk who has created the art of peaceful living. It was so honored to just have him on the show. It was just a wonderful experience to be in that presence of peace. Wouldn't you agree, Rebecca?
exactly.
Yes,
And find your peace and be in your peace because that's what it's all about. Or, as I said earlier, what makes you feel like home?
indeed. And until next week, everyone, keep exploring.
And remember, don't limit yourself, create yourself, be the change in you. Mwah.